Hello there everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures YouTube channel. Today we are doing tour at the lifts in Weston-super-Mare Town Centre, which is located in North Somerset. Weston-super-Mare is a large beach resort and is on the Bristol Channel and is close to the M4 and M5 motorways. It is not far from Bristol, even Bristol Airport. There are two other beach areas which are close by, which are towns, and this includes Clevedon, which is home to the Clevedon Pier, which has a tea room on the pier head, and of course Portishead. And then of course you got Bristol, which is the main town, which is home to the Bristol Docks. Just south of Weston-super-Mare there is Breen, home to the popular Breen Leisure Park. There is another beach that is on the other side of Weston-super-Mare, which is just outside the town, close to a small area called Qstoke, and that area is called Sand Bay. And of course, close to Weston-super-Mare, there is Puxton, which is home to the Puxton Park, and also home to the nearby Cadbury Garden Centre in the nearby Congressbury. And of course you got the Helicopter Museum, which is also nearby. So let's begin the lift tour here in Weston-super-Mare Town Centre. Let's go! So then we are about to crack on with the video, but first thing, I did miss a few tourist attractions out. Cheddar Gorge and Caves, Ashton Windmill, and of course as well another seaside town, Burnham-on-Sea. So now let's crack on with the video, guys. So the first part we're going to is of course the Grand Pier. Now the Grand Pier is the main pier in Weston-super-Mare. It was built in the 1900s and had a pavilion theatre, which was the first pavilion to be built. In the 1930s the first pavilion burnt down, and then later on, in 2 to 3 years later, the pavilion building was rebuilt, but it was a larger one compared to the previous. Instead of having a theatre, it was a leisure pavilion, which included amusement arcades, rides, and so much more. But then in 2008, that pavilion, of course, burnt down, and then this new one was built in 2010 and has been a modern pleasure pavilion ever since. And it's got one of the best known high-tech rides and amusement machines. And of course, this pavilion also has escalators, and it does have a lift. The escalators are S-check, while the lift is a glass northern lift. Let's crack on, guys. Alright, this is the lift at the Grand Pier in Weston-super-Mare Seafront, and this is a northern lift. Capacity 1,000 kilograms, 13 persons.
First floor.
Here we are, first floor. Let's go back to ground. I'll have to talk that music out. Talk.
Door
Go to ground. It's a glass lift. This was built in the 2000s, 2010s. 2009 to 2010. Talk. And here we are on the ground.
Ground floor.
You are ground. Talk. And that's it. So then, we are now going to go into the main shopping centre called the Sovereign Centre, Weston-super-Mare's only centre, which is around these days, following the demolition of the Dolphin Square one around in the 21st century. So the Sovereign Centre is a large shopping centre, but no, it's not like Mare and other centres because it's only on one floor. But however, it is still a good shopping centre. However, there was multiple stores in the past, but a lot of them have been vanished. So the stores they used to have in the centre years ago, back in the good old days, Officers Club, Anne Harvey and Dash, JD Sports is still in the centre. Birthdays used to be in the centre, along with D2 Jeans, Adam's Kids, Curry's Digital, which used to be known as Dixon's, the Early Learning Centre, which was a toy shop, which is now Trespass, I believe, Julian Graves, Joyle Sports, which is now, which was acquired by Sports Direct, and Sports Direct moved out of town. And of course there was Evans, Barrett's, Savers, I believe he's still in the centre. There was Mark 1, which was a clothing store, that's no longer there. Profile Clothing, Gigs, Halifax, which I think is still in the centre, but I don't know. Burger King's still there, Waterstone's still there. There was Mothercare, of course. There was Custom Shops. There was Animal, but Animal's moved out into the high street. I believe, I'm not 100% sure. There was even Card Factory. I think Card Factory's still there. And of course, Clinton's is still there. There's quite a few custom stores. Wilco's is still in the centre. And however, there was M&S, Marks and Spencer's, but Marks and Spencer's had closed, sadly. So there is still a handful of good shops in the centre here in Weston-super-Mare's Sovereign Centre. So anyway, we're going to head to the first lifts. So as you know, we come to the first set of lifts, which are a set of 3 lifts, and these are non-glass lifts. There are other lifts in the centre, which are the 2 glass lifts. But first we're going to go to the set of 3 lifts. These lifts used to be Old Express, but however Otis modernised them and added a centre gate voice. These lifts have recently messed up with the button controls. They've replaced the ground floor button with an arrow button, which is weird. However, the lifts are still in good condition and they still have the old express motor and the express bells. Let's crack on. Hello, what floor are you going to?
Oh, 1.
Doors closing.
Bodie, that's me. Bodie, isn't that?
Doors
Have a nice day.
First floor.
2, 4.
Doors closing.
Alright, these are the lifts at the Sovereign Centre. Oh, let's go 4. Alright, here we go. Anyway, once again, these are the lifts at the Sovereign Centre in Weston-super-Mare Town Centre. And these are OTC's, capacity 21 persons, 1,600 kilograms. Here we are at the 4th floor.
Doors opening. 4th floor.
Let's go to 3,
Doors
2,
closing.
1 and ground. Centre gate voice this lift is. These used to be expresses.
Doors opening. 3rd floor. Doors closing.
Just ignore the background noise because we did have people on in this lift previously. 2nd floor.
Doors opening. 2nd floor. Doors closing.
Still got the express motor. We got 1.
Doors opening. 3rd floor. Doors closing.
And we're going back down to ground. Then we'll switch to the other lifts. Here we are at ground.
Doors
And that's
opening.
it. So then we are now going to the glass lifts in the centre, which are located in the main atrium, and these are a set of 2. The one lift didn't have the voice, but however the other lift did, and this is also a Stentergate voice. However, the one with the Stentergate voice was bumpy, and unlike the last lifts, these lifts go from ground floor, which is the shopping level, to the 4th floor via 1, 2 and 3, which are car park levels, because as you know, the car park is right above the centre, so I forgot to mention that with the previous lifts. However, the fixtures are different. They are just like the standard Otis 2000 and Otis Gen 2 buttons. And I'm not sure what these lifts were originally. I think these were Schindler's or maybe yet other Expresses. Or there might have been Expresses as well. Because if you probably know, I think this centre was built with express lifts until Otis modernised them. So anyway, let's crack on. Let's go 4. Oh, you're going in? What floor are you going to? 2. Sorry, press 1 by accident. This, it'll go to 2 next, which is your floor. 2. Switch lifts. Switch lifts. Here we are.
Thanks very much, thank you.
2nd floor. Here we are. Let's go to 4 and we'll check elevators. Alright, and these are the glass lifts at the Sovereign Centre in Weston Mare Town Centre. And these are Otis's, capacity 1,000 kilograms, 13 persons, year built 2011. And we'll go down to 3 and we'll change elevators. And we'll switch elevators. 3. Let's go down to 3 and we'll swap over. We'll switch elevators. Here we are on the 3rd floor. Change elevators. Wait for that one to close. And we'll swap them out, wait for that one to go down. Now we're going in this one. Here it is. Here it is. This one will probably talk. Let's go to 4.
Doors closing.
This one's got the voice, the Stentergate, so we're on the 3rd floor, and same details, capacity 1,000 kilograms, 13 persons, modernised 2011. We're on the 4th floor, let's go to 3, 2, 1 and ground.
Doors opening. 4th floor.
Going down, let's go down to 3. I'm going down. These are nice scenic lifts. These are scenic lifts. They used to be express, modernised by Otis.
Doors closing. Doors opening. 3rd floor. Doors closing.
Bit rattly and shaky in these lifts. Bit awkward. Bit bouncy. We are on the 2nd floor. This is the 2nd level. Level 2.
Doors opening. 2nd floor.
Bounce. Another bounce.
Doors closing.
Oh, I think these eventually will get modernised again, probably to like eco discs. You're on the 1st floor, and we'll get down to the ground, the metal level.
Doors opening. 1st floor.
See, another bounce.
Doors closing.
And we're going down. Nice glass lifts these are. And here we are on the ground. We're now safely on the ground. Finally at ground floor.
Doors
And
opening.
that's it. Now we are going into Weston Supermare's High Street, and we're heading along to B&M, which was once BHS, British Home Stores. Now, British Home Stores BHS in Weston Supermare didn't have any escalators, but it did have an upper level which housed the restaurant area, so the sales floor was on the ground level, while there was a restaurant on the upper level, which was basically the mezzanine. There was a lift in the shop, in BHS Weston Supermare, but I'm not sure what the make was. I think it was either a Keighley or an Old Evans. But sadly, in 2016, BHS went into administration, and BHS then closed all their stores. And BHS in Weston Supermare has now become a branch of B&M, meaning B&M's only on one floor, so the lift is totally vanished. So then, we're now going along to Poundland and Pep & Co., which are two adjoint companies. And this shop here used to be known as Woolworths, Woolies, back in the good old days. Until 2008, just after the fire, Woolworths went into administration, yet another big name that went into administration. And Woolworths in Weston Supermare was replaced by a company called Au Naturel Interiors and also Ethel Austin, and then later they closed down, and now it's a branch of Poundland and Pep & Co. There was another Poundland in Weston Supermare which was located in the Sovereign Centre in the old Mothercare, which replaced the 99p stores, but however they pulled out as well, so you'll only find Poundland on the high street now in Weston Supermare. So, as you know, Woolworths was a popular name at the seaside towns, and of course, since Woolworths in Weston was right next door to BHS, it is actually similar to the Manda Centre in Wolverhampton City Centre, when you had BHS right next to Woolworths. BHS on the lower level became Wilco's, while the upper level became B&M. And then Woolworths then became one below. Not one below. It was actually it was a pound business. I think it was called Discount UK. I just didn't know what it was, but it was Discount UK, part of Pound World, and now it's a branch of H&M. But however, there is no H&M in Weston Supermare at all. There used to be Next, but Next didn't have a lift. It was only a small Next, and it was right by WH Smith's. There was also other businesses under the Arcadia brand, like Evans, which was in the shopping centre, and of course there was Burton's and Dorothy Perkins. But however, those brands were vanished in 2021 during the coronavirus pandemic. So then we are now going to the NCP car park in Weston Supermare, just outside Proper Job, which used to be a branch of QS Clothing, and is also right next door to New Look and McDonald's, and also nearby Peacocks. And this car park used to have concept lifts, and then they got modernised by Kone Monospaces, but sadly these lifts are not working. I think they might have been turned off during the coronavirus, but I'm not sure. It's a shame that I didn't manage to ride these lifts since they got modernised by Kone Monospace. I think they might be closed off, or they're probably only used for the car park users, but I'm not really sure. I think they might be either decommissioned or something, or probably not in use, but comment below if you know why they've been not in use. And now along to BT Butter. BT Butter was a local department store in Weston Supermare. It was then purchased by Owen Owen in the 70s, and then later, after the 90s, it was taken over by a discount chain department store, which was also based in Liverpool, as Owen Owen was based in Liverpool. And the other Liverpool-based chain of discount department stores was TJ Hughes. Now, TJ Hughes was an amazing department store. I was a massive fan of TJ Hughes. I like a bit of TJ Hughes myself. However, in 2011, TJ Hughes went into administration. All their stores closed in 2011, but however some stores got reinstated, and it was a shame when most of their stores closed for good. And however they did reopen a small amount, except this one, and this one still lies empty till this day. So it's highly unlikely whoever would want to take over this store. I don't think the store is viable to open any more retailers in here, because as you know, North Somerset Council don't really care about bringing in stores into this part of the area, because this area is a bit of a ghost part of Weston-super-Mare, heading towards the old Dolphin Square where the old Weston Market was. And of course, as you know, this TJ Hughes was a 3-storey building, and it did have escalators. I believe they were single file. I think there might have been old OTCs, I'm not sure. And I'm not sure what the lift was. I think it was a Foster and Cross, or maybe an old Cone or Benny. And it is a shame to see most TJ Hughes stores close for good. I really do miss TJ Hughes. However, there was rumours that a Primark was going to take over the business, but however, Primark pulled out, and I would have loved to have seen BHS move in here if they were still trading, and of course Debenhams, but I doubt Debenhams would have come to Weston-super-Mare, because as you know, Debenhams then later struggled during the pandemic, even way before the pandemic as well. And also other retailers as well that would have been interested. I would have loved to have seen Beals, but however, I doubt Beals are going to open any more stores in random towns, because as you know, Beals went bust before the pandemic. So it's a doubt now whoever would want to take over this store, but however, let's just watch this space. And now along to Weston-super-Mare's other last remaining department store, Marks and Spencer's, M&S. Now, as you know, M&S in Weston-super-Mare is now totally closed, so it is a doubt whoever would want to take over this unit, as this store is now empty. So the only nearby M&S on this part of the channel is at Bristol's Cribs Causeway Shopping Centre. So this M&S here is now empty. It did have a food hall and all other major departments, but however, it was only a 1-storey store. So there was no lifts or escalators in this branch. So then, that is end of the video. 2 of the lifts in Weston-super-Mare, plus a tour around the town centre looking at really interesting landmarks, and also on the seafront. So this has been a great video, so there will be more exciting videos yet to come on the channel, and I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, it's been one amazing one of all time. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to give a shout out to theme park enthusiast channels, Theme Park Worldwide and Mesmoland, which do great exciting videos, and they've been down here before. And of course, shout out to all my main subscribers, Jake, Lewis, and many more. Keep watching, guys, and stay tuned for more exciting videos. Thanks for watching, look after yourselves, take care, and take everything easy, and I'll see you all again soon for more exciting videos here on Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures.